We are here, we are strong. In the dark, we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. At first, it was nothing more than a whisper in the damp air of the tunnels. But the more the children sang, the stronger they became. Their song defied the hive silence. We are here, we are strong. In the dark, we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The sound moved like a ripple through the underground. The younger children, the ones who barely remembered life before the tunnels, clung to the melody as though it were a lullaby from a mother they could no longer recall. The older children sang it in defiance, their voices shaking at first but growing steadier with every repetition. And then something changed. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The children's voices, united in melody, clashed with the pulsing signal of the hive, creating small disruptions in the air, weak spots in its control. The more they sang, the more the tendrils of the hive seemed to falter, its walls trembling with something close to fear. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. Song became their armor, a weapon hidden in plain sight. They can take, they can lie, but our voices never die. We will stand, we will fight. In the dark we are the light. At first, it was nothing more than a whisper in the damp air of the tunnels. But the more the children sang, the stronger they became. Their song defied the hive silence. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay.
Hey, hi you guys. Welcome on in to WCIA Network. I added this quickly. Whoops. Am I on? Yes, I am on. Hi you guys. I don't know what just happened. Welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I came on quickly. I didn't know I was going to come on right now, but I want to get this one under my belt and put up this information because I've had companies asking for photos. What I've been doing the last few days is contacting Deepfake companies to see who can work with me on looking at these pictures like this and figuring out what matches and what doesn't match. And why am I doing that if I'm sitting here looking for and bringing justice to the Summer Moon Wells missing children? That is because these are the people and photos that support missing children cases, which is great. Again, it's not about them. It never is and never will be. But what I'm trying to show them is, there'll be 4 years before you know it, I've been reviewing and collecting thousands of images that I speak over to give the story of the missing children. And it's been helping to show images and videos from particular YouTube creators, because I see it now. What I'm seeing is the story of the children, and I'm seeing the story of the predators. And again, it's got nothing to do with the channels. It just happens to be that there's certain channels that I connect with that help me tell the story to you guys. One of those happens to be Benny Keys. I really connected with in the past, and he is no longer on YouTube, right? That really has nothing to do with, oh wow, we're not going to find justice for the children. That's not true. Benny Keys I watched for a very long time because he was one of the very first channels that supported me seeing different faces. For those who know Benny Keys, he didn't look like this. These are faces that came up, what I call beneath the Deepfake. So if Benny knew it or not, there were actual images. I would first see the images, right? But there are times that they came up really clearly like this. Now this is supposed to be a Benny Keys. If you look at his eyes here and his face, I'm giving you this example before I go into Dolly. You will see this is the same video I got these from. You will see very clearly that they don't match, right? And if you go into the ones that look more like Benny, you're sort of kind of seeing it underneath the deep fake. For those that know Benny and have seen him before, you all know what he looks like. And you all know what his teeth look like, his face looks like. I'm showing this to you because deep fake is real. And once it is honed into, it will help solve missing children's cases. Today I'm going to show you the teeth and information on really mainly it's Dolly. His information matches somewhat like this, because Dolly's teeth and eyes also change like Benny's. We all know that this is the Benny here that we know. Now, this Benny Keys is not this Benny Keys. If you see what I'm saying, put a number 1 in chat. Benny Keys also showed me, when I show you faces like this, these are called elements, which help me tell the story to you guys. right? Jody Sue Brown did the same thing, as so did JLR. Many of them did. Any of the ones that I've covered did. Again, it's not about them. These are images that I'm telling you, and they mostly happen within a fake car. Now, I call it a fake car because I know that I've seen the images of what that looks like. This is Benny's. Now, that's supposed to be Benny's car with that little thing on the top. But, I mean, I have hundreds. I have over 900 videos, you guys, showing this kind of information, showing you deepfake, showing you the different faces. Why am I showing you Benny Keys right now before I show Dolly? Because there's a crossover of information. And I have been asked to do that by a certain company. Okay? The crossover starts where you see faces that appear within Benny's video and now appear within Dolly's video. So I'm putting this up there because I'm trying to make it as clear as possible, instead of me saying it and saying, oh, this is my psychic voice. I have a psychic voice. I have an intuitive voice, right? And we all have intuition, and you all know what that means. But then we have reality, which shows different faces here. And these are the faces that I'm seeing in Dolly Vision. The way that the videos portray the movements, the way the movements are, I have recognized, as I told these people, they match up to the different teeth. So the teeth change. Sometimes they have good teeth. Sometimes they have rotted teeth. Sometimes their noses look different. Sometimes their lips look different. The nostrils. And what I've told these people is that the nostrils have a pattern of information, meaning, so let's say this is Benny Keys right here. Put a 1 in chat if you understand what I'm saying. This is Benny Keys' nostrils here, which don't match every time. I have Dolly Vision, whose nostrils change as well, but there's a pattern that I see. Now, I'm not here to figure out the pattern, okay? I'm here to give it to a company that does that for a living, right? And what I've done is I have sent in particular photos you're going to see of the people that I see have different faces, but there's a similarity between them all. I believe that the deep fakes, somewhere within there, is information that just might help. Thank you for those ones. That just might help these missing children. These faces here are the ones that help me zone in. Now, again, nothing to do with them, right? It's got nothing to do with them. I'm just saying that when I see faces and noses that change, they remind me of the other people. So psychically and spiritually, all that it's saying is anyone that is researching as an authority, it's something to be aware of. Let me make that smaller. It's something to recognize that there are similarities between characters, but the characters' similarities change. So I look at the people that I have put time into for the missing children, because the missing children, let's speak on a spiritual level and a psychic level. Spirit, like children, they're just children. And they only know how to explain and speak like children, right? So if I'm saying these faces look familiar, it's just because this is what's being shown to me. And that's it, because spirit children only could speak that way. You know, there's information that is present within what I'm speaking about. Okay? So I showed these 3 photos together a couple days ago. Here's the example. There's a perfect mesh between these faces that I feel is important to find the correct person. And what I'm telling to the people that will be listening is that I'm not saying that go to the channel, this is the person. It's not about them. It's about the characteristics of the faces that match. And also understand that the person that's showing me the characteristics, their characteristics change within their videos. Doesn't stay the same. Like I showed Brian Kohlberger's father, who has the same white information on the neck of that fake skin that I find within the families that I follow, like the Kent families and the Beeston families. I find a lot of this kind of information that shows itself to me. They also, all of those families that I follow, they also have the same similarities that change the same way. They're patterns. These are patterns, you guys. And these patterns are real. You know, like I see this Fenton guy, Brandon Fenton's face within many of these faces. What does that mean? It just means that follow these characteristics. Follow this information that I'm showing you with a grain of salt. Follow the points that I am showing. These kind of characteristics. And the ones that I show you like this, they have the same face structures that show a deep fake. Just like Benny, and just like Dolly. This dude's lips, mustache, eyes are always changing, but yet it's familiar to me on a psychic level. See, and they're always in a car. They're in a car, which I call a fake car. And many a times in the beginning, when I first started following this stuff, there were many panels. These channels went on panels, and then all of a sudden it stopped. Like the panels, and I believe it stopped for a reason. The information that I was able to gather from these panels was awesome. They gave me images that only you could grab when these groups are on together. For instance, the guy that I'm showing you, let me see, I have a video of him. See if I have this video, and then I'll go into my presentation. But I feel like a little bit of background information is really important to hone in on, and that's because I'm getting new listeners. You may not see my numbers really high on views, but the views are there. I'm getting the views. I don't know why it's not up. So that is what it is. It's nothing that I'm going to spend any of my time on figuring it out, because we're getting to you guys, those that are the most important, right? Let me put this on my desktop, and I'm going to bring this video in real quickly on Brandon. Hold tight. Okay, so I'm showing you, this is a tree, this is Brandon Fender. His video was a great example to show deep fake within a car of a face that shows different characteristics. Yes, Joyful, it's a stage, and it is a stage. I think it's a room with a projector sometimes. Hi, Jean. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Purple. Hi, Liz. Hi, all you guys. Hi, I'm Bernie. I'm so happy you're all here. Lita, how are you? Crystal, I saw Jean. Phoenix Run, BC. Okay, so I'm showing this because there's a pattern that needs to be looked into by companies that do this for a living. And what I'm doing for a living is bringing justice to the children. Okay? I'm bringing justice to the children by telling their story and by showing images that match what I see. During that time of me doing that, not knowingly to me, this was going to be part of my presentation. I didn't know that I was going to go back and forth to all these different cases and all of these different channels to grab information and images. Some people get all pissy, but it's because they're making it about them. That's another thing to watch. Watch the channels that make it about them, meaning that they don't give a fuck about the missing children, even when it's the mother of a child. Why would someone get angry when you are bringing attention that may help break the case? Notice the people that have gone missing. Don Wells, Candace, like Benny, all like these, there's, and then the ones that started all new channels and deleted all of their old videos that I have. But they're gone. This here, watch, this is how you do it. You go between the frames. Now, yeah, many people be like, oh, it's layered. it shows layered, but when you go into the actual photo, it's not. There's other pictures back there. There's other images about this dude's eye. This is what they do. So I will look at this and be like, I see where this guy is. He's in a fake car. There's cars beneath him. He's in a hole, in a tunnel. So this is what I see. Is he? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the information that comes through gives justice to the children. Because I know that the only things that I'm going to see is what the children see. So when I brighten this up, you see he's sitting in a car somehow, and look at his eye. That's what's out of his window, which is important for location. And I want you to look closely at his eye. Do you understand that they brutalize these children? And this thing with the eye is major. Look. Look what they did to the eye. So this here is what they're doing to the kids. So whenever I see a video that gives this information, I know I've seen it before. And what's happening, you guys, is it's repeating over and over inside, oh man, especially Gabby Petito's, Kylie Rodney's, Summer Moon Wells. Like, they're little children, but they're also the ones, the Idaho 4, like this, that they're not, they're teenagers, they're young adults. So really, if you're seeing something that you're not really quite sure is there, take your time and look. The more you recognize, the more truth comes to the children. So whatever is happening outside this window is in movement. It could be underground, because if you hone in and you look closely, I see a red barrel, and what that's saying is between the cars and the red barrel, just like we saw in Summer Moon Wells, there's a pattern. See that? Like with the, I call it the, like the squirrel face. I call it like the squirrel face, whatever this is. It's like an animal face in there. But that's what I see. It could be a blob for all I know, but it's just telling me that the children know this situation. You see, they know this situation. So when I select particular videos and I watch what's happening in here, it's not that red thing I'm looking at. It's what's inside this situation with the car. Right here. Right here, let me show you. These change. Let me brighten this up. These are very similar to what we saw in Summer Moon Wells' case. This is what you're looking at that shifts and changes. So, and his face changes. I don't know who that is. It doesn't matter. But this is what I see in Dolly Vision and in Benny Keys. I see the torture. I see this fake car. I see the eye is a very big part of what goes on here. It's and he's not in a car. I wish I had more time to spend on this video. I haven't seen this video in so long. And then when you go into those panels, a lot changes and shifts. They don't do a lot of these panels anymore. I have over 900 videos that really recognize this stuff. And I don't know if this guy has anything to do with, it doesn't matter, of Fender Farm, but Fender Farm was actually one of my locations that I have a couple videos on. So this is how I do it, right? And it tells a story for me. It tells a story. So as we go into these different faces, I know that the faces here are the most important. Okay? I know that there's a reason that I keep coming back to a face structure like this, and a particular look in the eyes. And this all comes from Candace Wells back in the day. And Candace videos and all the videos that I have from their house shows me that whatever they're doing to these children, and this is obviously a psychic read, because who the fuck would say something like this in a blob like that, other than someone who has a story to tell, which is I do. I have a story to tell about these things. I think these are trophies that could be found within new woodwork. I have seen this before. They take the victims and they make them look like that. They did this to Summer Moon. If you like it or not, this is what they did to Summer Moon. And nobody is paying attention to what they're doing to the children. And nobody gives a flying fuck to even look into it. Do you see what I'm saying? So I could sit here and show you these here. I'll change the contrast. This is from Don Wells Talks About the Resurrection video. Well, it matches his resurrection video. This is his daughter. This is his daughter. Okay? Just as you turn this around, place this in his new woodwork, in his construction, and it's a trophy of his child. This is a trophy. That's how I see it. This would be Summer's face, like that, placed within the new construction woodwork, between the panels that I have been talking to you guys about, between the woodwork panels. Do you see? This, let me crop this down, would be Summer. Wait. Let me line this up. Let me brighten it a little. There is no difference to me than what I'm showing you, what's between the wood is what I'm showing you, the picture of Don's daughter while he's explaining the resurrection. You see? These are the same. This is this. Boom. So psychically, I'm told this. And for me to be able to grab images that other people were like, what the fuck? Oh, she's making fun of my son. Don't talk about my son. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. To me, that person knows more than you think she knows. Anytime someone decides to get all pissy and really heated, like super heated, like out of control heated because they don't know what else to do. You know, they don't know what to do with themselves. So they come in hot, right? But psychically, all that tells me is I'm right on line. That these are trophies. This is summer trophy. I have many photos of all of these families, right? That place themselves in situations that are new construction and show stuff like this. You know, this here is from a whole different situation, but for some reason I pulled this picture side because it matched this, Dylan Rounds. These are pictures from Dylan Rounds. These humans get placed in the field. They get placed down under for the resurrection to replenish the ground. Okay, like to replenish the ground. And they look like this. This is what they look like. There is no difference between any of the things that I'm showing you. All it is it comes from a different video. Here, the trophy is sitting in the kind of chair that I told you guys about. These chairs, I don't know what they do, but the kids know it. This is no different. You see, this is the same thing as this. This is that. It's that. This is what they do to the children. In the water, out of the water, on a boat, water, earth, wind, all of that, they're replenishing and they're using these bits and pieces of the children. This comes from Nugget. Everything that I pull, I'm not pulling photos from Google. Give me a picture of something in a no, these are all from the groups that I follow. I get all of the information all from the same groups that I follow. Nothing different. That is Summer Moon Wells to the left. To the right is from one of the YouTubers that I follow. What you're looking at are the trophies. What you're looking at are the trophies. They're bloody. They go through horror. And they're proud of them. That's Julia to the left. It's a YouTuber that I follow. They're proud of them, you guys. This is part of what's being placed in front of your noses that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that I'm showing you photos of little teeny embryos that nobody wants to take a look at. They're ignoring the fact that when you get closer to these videos, That is not a fucking embryo. That is a victim with that thing in her eye. There's no difference between what I'm showing you here, as this is supposed to be an embryo with the thing in the eye that I just showed you, a fender thing in the eye. But you guys, this comes from a very, 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 very well-known, millions of followers, family I follow. On the wall of the place all of these families go for ultrasounds, this is what's on the wall. Like, it's not hidden. It's not hidden. Each one of these pictures is more disgusting than the next. They're not embryos. Why can't anyone just take a moment that's in the law enforcement to look? These are not normal. What they are is they match what I'm showing you here. This shit matches. If you look real closely to the families that I'm following and I show you, you will see these little teeny, I call them embryos, being pranced around, walked around, shown in the videos right under your fucking noses. And nobody is doing shit about it. The stories are being told right in front of us. They're being told right to you. Why is this not important? When I show two faces that are not the same face, that you know is that person that we call Dolly, I'm not really quite sure what the fucking problem is. What I'm about to show you are different faces. And what I'm saying is somewhere in between these faces shows somebody that is someone that I know, someone that I've seen. Because the one to the right is not the Dolly you all see. And the one to the left definitely is not the Benny you see. And in most of the pictures that I've gathered come from the Sebastian Rogers case. And when I gather the pictures, the different angles match. So let's say the angles forward. The forward angles have the same teeth. The angles that have the picture of somebody that either, Benny, him, whoever, is to the right, it's the same teeth, but they're different teeth. So this was from a recent video. This is definitely not who I met. Okay? This isn't the same person. So what I'm saying is, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I shouldn't say that. Okay, so let's say it's the same person. I guess who the fuck cares? Because the person that the authorities should be looking at is someone in between. You see, the people here, the teeth change, they just all change. And I'm showing you between, in the mouth, the eyes, the nose, the beard. Whoever we're looking for is clean cut. Because the beard and so forth, I believe whoever we're looking for is fake. So let's say we're looking straight on. The teeth change. The structure of the face changes. They're thin. And then in the same video, they look like they gained 100 pounds. You see. It's very important to pay attention, you guys, to these little things. Because somewhere in between is someone that is fucking with the children and getting away with it. It's someone that is making a lot of money and getting away with it. These are all dolly. These are all supposed to be dolly. Current videos. So what I'm telling you is whoever we're looking for, whenever you're looking at videos, pay attention. Because it's very critical when it comes to honing in on helping the children. And understand that, watch the different movements, watch the different angles, and watch how they change, their teeth changes. Because I could make a whole video presentation on one posture movement, one angle, and that one angle, like this, will have the same nose and the same teeth. But yet, you gather a different angle in a different photo that has the same, like, copy and paste movement, their teeth change. These are all dollies. Okay? They're not the same looking. They're really quite different. So I'm showing this because I'm not, just because I'm saying dolly, I'm using him as an example because there's many, hundreds of channels that are doing the same thing, that are showing this information, and they're changing. But there's something about it that stays the same, and those are the angles, as if they're copy and pasted to make a story. And this situation is not only hurting the children, but the people behind it are making a lot of money on impersonating people, on fake information, on fraud. It's fraudulent, you guys. It's fraudulent. So if in fact this is being done on purpose, it's fraudulent. It's very illegal. It's very illegal to do that. It's not correct. It's not allowed. So if the person doesn't know and it's just deepfake by someone else, okay. But if this is being done by, different people, but yet being told it's the same person, that's illegal. And that goes against policy, especially when you gather a lot of money from people, right? Like, that is not a dolly that you have ever seen the face of. I've seen this face. Ooh, I've seen this face. So I'm showing this because this face looks very familiar. And anyone that watches his channel knows that that face is by no means this face. They're different. These are different people in the same video. They're different, you guys. Why is this so difficult to comprehend? This is what's going on YouTube that I am now taking a stand for. I didn't realize I was gathering information on this. I was gathering information on bringing justice to the children. Well, this must be a very, very important part of it, because there's deepfake and there's eyes behind the deepfake that are within the crime community that talks and only covers poor children that are missing. The children that have asked me to come forth to help bring them justice. The story that I have has been, it's done, it's told. The children's story that I speak about won't change. Their element and their stories don't change. It's down for me. So what's happening, I think, as I speak out loud, that this is like the next step. Like, this will bring justice to them, because these people aren't the same. But somewhere in between here, there are answers. Somewhere in between these different faces, these different nostrils that I'm showing you, these different lips, teeth, is an answer. You don't have a dolly with a very, very, very straight nose, no bump, in the same video, and then has a whole different nose. This here, I'm going to crop it in. The nose changes. The nose changes with the angle that you're looking at. This here changes throughout every video, and I have noticed it changes with each different angle. And the eye, that is a massive, massive thing. This reminds me of RV Dave. RV Dave is another one that I have down as one of these faces. RV Dave, I've done a bunch of videos on. This is RV Dave, right here. RV Dave has the same kind of a look. I've brought him into these videos. His atmosphere and his information really has come forth while uncovering this. Because when I look at that kind of a picture, it reminds me of RV Dave. Like that's important, because I think it's saying a lot of these things happen within a truck, within a confined space, but I do see that it's still underground. Like, I do see that if an RV is used, it's a vehicle to get to the underground. It's just a vehicle. So these photos here directly remind me of this face, of this situation. That this here is also, so this is RV Dave, but in the last video of Dolly, these to me are the same face. See, this is Dolly. Well, RV Dave is the same fucking face to me. So let me brighten this up. So I've gathered everything that I've gathered in the past. I'm done gathering, I think. Like once in a while I'll need like that's him. But the one in that the same video, this is also, but to me these are the same faces. This isn't Dolly to me that I know. That's not what I see. I see RV Dave. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Joyful Dolphin. I hit the wrong button. Do you know about his hand, how it is telling the cursor? Yes, they tell lots of different information. I have like hundreds of videos that you will love to look at them. Watch those videos that show hands and fingers and stuff. You'd like it. But this to me is like the same person. RV Dave, let me take a screenshot of this so I could put it on my, there we go. RV Dave was a big one. So these are different. So when Dolly moves to the side, I get more of a fake, of a, yes, time to clear those pictures up so we can start looking for them. Phoenix Run, you're 100% correct. And I believe that that's where I'm going to be directing myself, is to doing more of an explanation like this to bring your attention to Deepfake, to bring your attention to, I've really educated myself in almost 4 years. That these are different faces, right? So that there to me, these are supposed to be the same face, but that there to me is a Dave RV. I don't have many things on him, but I do have a few. And the RV and the info is really good. Like he shows a lot of the details inside his pictures. Like the background of his videos remind me of the same as Dolly. Now, again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Dolly. I'm saying that I'm going to be using Dolly's videos to show you information to look for. Like this. That's no Dolly that I know. These are all the same. So I want you to start paying attention to not only the photo, but pay attention to the glasses, the angle, and I'm going to next show you how they're being reused like this. Like the angles get reused with the same teeth. I don't know what that is yet, but it's just something that I've noticed, right? And all of these faces in here that I showed you, this is what is familiar to me. The faces in front of us here, I see often, including Benny's. This is what I see consistently. And the RV dude. Now I want to make sure to add him. But he looks like these all resemble each other. So these are the kind of photos that I'm saying are important. This is the kind of information. And this guy here, you've got Sebastian's dad, but then the one to the left is from a whole different case of a son that committed suicide because he was being bullied. I see their faces. Just like this. Shh. Shh. my dogs. And then you've got Benny. Benny and Dolly also have the same information, identical as if they're cookie cutters, as if they're cookie cutters of each other. And Benny is no longer even around. But I have all of his information. I have all of his information, the pictures that just are not him, but they're resembling and telling the same story. These are all telling the same story. Because what I see are the different types of teeth that I say are on Dolly were also on Benny. They were the same. It's the cookie cutter. It's the cookie cutter information. It's the same story, you guys. These pictures of Benny all come from one video. It's the same thing I'm showing you with Dolly. What does that mean? Like, what's my point of what I'm saying? Pay attention, because what they're speaking about are the missing children's cases. So their words are matching their images. Somewhere in there, there's a story. Their answers. These come from different videos, same person. And what I see here is Summer's bedroom. All I could see is Summer's bedroom. I don't see anything other than her bedroom. And when they show their bedroom, people are probably like, oh, what bedroom? Well, it's the one from the interview room. The interview room shows photos of her bedroom, and this, to me, is the same thing. And it goes deep behind. The RV guy has this same information. You see? I see that. And it goes right back to Summer Moon Wells, the Michael Vaughns, the Harmony Montgomerys, the missing children. I cover Michael's face again to respect a request that I got. But this came from the news station. There's something wrong with this, you guys. These photos all match. The situation matches, the hole in the ground, the milk jug, the blue tip. It's not different. They're the same. Why can't anyone see that in the world of the law enforcement? This is a box that this child is showing. And if you look down here, there is no difference between the two kids. Down here, it's going down in the box. It's the same. Different people, same video. To me, I see fucking horrific things. And if the law enforcement or YouTube or anyone wants to get involved, what I am trying to show is the best to my ability of what I see to be true. I see this to be true, and he is showing something, and he is showing it here as well, but yet he doesn't match the dolly that we know. Those teeth, what I'm telling you, do not match the dolly that you guys watch day in and day out that has disgusting teeth. Sorry. There's a fucking problem with this. 1 + 1 is 2. Thank you guys for telling. Thank you, Joyful. See? Same videos. This is showing information that matches the missing children. Things like this, the other things to look at that I'm going to go over really quickly here, is to pay attention to the holes in the ground. Pay attention to the wells videos. Pay attention to their construction, how it changes. The boxes moved. This is all of the same part of the well's house, but it doesn't stay the same. The boxes move. They're showing information. And it's very important to look at and to notice. This is different from what you see in the middle. All of this is different. So you're telling me that all of this changes in between frames. The same wood that they show on the ground in front of the Wells house, right by that hole, then shows the exact kind of wood up against a house. How's that possible? That red all the way to the end, that's the canoe on the side of the house. So this is supposed to be the picture to the left. It's not, you guys. It's a hut. This here is a hut. This, for all you know, could be on the opposite side of their property, down at the other side of the river. This isn't their house. The wood pieces are the same. There is a story here, but the canoe is there. Is this their shed at the bottom of the river? Is this their shed at the bottom? It's not the same, you guys. That's what you call deepfake. Same video. Throughout the video, these things are moving. They're changing. And you see it in the Wells video. But when you see the things that are shifting and changing, those are the elements that I have been talking about. It's not just like an apple is moving. It's the elements. This here tells me that the Wells know where their daughter went. That window, it has it. That window, it doesn't. Here you have the white thing, which is the trophy, which is the element. In the frame before it, same video, that white thing isn't there. That white thing is their daughter. That white thing is the element. It's the trophy of their daughter. There is no difference between this white thing this summer wells or let me turn this or this that they placed between the wood pieces. See, this is summer in their swing. This is what they're putting between the wood. And what I hear psychically is the wells know exactly where this went. These are the same storyboards. Here it is. Here it isn't. Same video. Same video. They're moving these things. Whatever the view is from the shed on their ground gives you answers. They go between these pieces of wood, the new construction, all of this, the flooring gives you answers. Gives you answers. Answers. This is the Idaho 4. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Look closely at Kylie Rodney, you guys. Kylie Rodney's photos give you a story. All you need to do is look. This is one of Kylie Rodney's main pictures, but if you look, her reflection in the water doesn't even match. Because she wasn't alone. She wasn't alone. These kids, these babies, they're not alone. Summer Moon Wells tells her story over and over. She gives so many hints. She gives so many bits of information. No one's looking. No one's listening. Because YouTube creators, most of them, are part of it. They are building the force against the children, if they know it or not. Summer Moon Wells was supposed to be an outfit like this. Is the same video. How is this possible? This isn't Summer, the outfit, and this is the same video. Not only are they different children, but they're wearing different outfits in the same video. This is not the summer that we know at the water. This was the day at the water hole. All I see here is the same vision. All I'm seeing is a trophy. All I'm seeing is someone telling the story of Summer Moon. And it's repeated over and over. It's just repeated over and over. They're in these little boxes, these little number 5 boxes. And when Ziggy told the story on Fred Hill's property, and I tell you guys that the the cars and what goes under the cars is important to look at. These cars in Fred Hill's video of Ziggy's, they don't stay the same. They're they're on holders, they're pushed up off the floor, they're on truck beds, the color changes, the front of the car changes. Like, these are things that you could just look at normally. These are the Wells videos. If you go into the bottom part of the video, the cars don't stay the same. They shift. They show them in the same location, but the car doesn't stay the same. You guys, someone is doing that. There's a reason for it. This is where it tells the story the best. I said that these children are being placed within the box of a box of a box of a box below ground, underneath the layers, right? That when Don was building, this shows you that when he showed that bottom layer, he placed 2 more layers on top of that layer. 1, 2. The bottom layer is what's going on down there, where the filters are, where the green grass is, where the leaves are. And then he goes 2 steps higher. He builds it 2 steps higher. You see that? That is a whole nother room. These are underneath, and then he puts boxes on the top layer, but you already know that what he's doing here has all these layers. So what did he do? Did he put all of that cement all the way to the top and then put the boxes on there with hinges? You guys, the boxes that Don Wells put on top are boxes with hinges. Those are doors that you could open because they have hinges. There is something really wrong with that. And then when you go over to Grandis's RV, this is what's under the RV where all the activity took place. This is where I said to go dig. To go dig. But whatever was there is gone. Under there. They lifted the RV. That's the bottom of the RV was lifted. This is what it showed in the video. This is where all the plants were, you guys. This is the front of the RV where they planted plants. This is the front of the RV where they said they came home and did planting. Nothing that the Wells showed is correct. Nothing that the Wells told you guys a story of was correct, and none of their images matched. There's supposed to be a bus. That's not a bus back there, you guys. It's a truck moving shit. The children really want justice. The children are looking for justice. All they're asking for is for their story to be told, for their story to be recognized. Like now. They want it recognized now. Their story has been put out there. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to change. They went down into the tunnels. These kids have been sacrificed for the resurrection. It's been told over and over and over. Over and over. I mean, how many times does it have to be told? For anyone on the side of the law enforcement, do something. This is what I ask you to look into. This. That's it. Start paying attention. I love you all. God bless you all. I'm going to play my song one more time. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon.
We are here, we are strong. In the dark, we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. At first, it was nothing more than a whisper in the damp air of the tunnels. But the more the children sang, the stronger they became. Their song defied the hive silence. We are here, we are strong. In the dark, we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The sound moved like a ripple through the underground. The younger children, the ones who barely remembered life before the tunnels, clung to the melody as though it were a lullaby from a mother they could no longer recall. The older children sang it in defiance, their voices shaking at first but growing steadier with every repetition. And then something changed. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The children's voices, united in melody, clashed with the pulsing signal of the hive, creating small disruptions in the air, weak spots in its control. The more they sang, the more the tendrils of the hive seemed to falter, its walls trembling with something close to fear. We are here, we are strong. In the dark we sing along. They won't take our names away. We will fight, we will stay. The song became their armor, a weapon hidden in plain sight. They can take, they can lie, but our voices never die. We will stand, we will fight. In the dark we are the light. At first, there was nothing more than a whisper